is up, YouTube? This is Stellar Toes, and I can't do magic, and neither can you, or anybody else, okay? And, I tried to be all energetic, but I'm actually kind of tired. I was working a lot today. But I didn't actually do that much, but it was just much harder, because screws never fit anywhere. They just never fit anywhere. Screws suck. So anyway. Yeah. No one can do magic, no one can teach magic, and there is no such thing as universal magic, okay? So if you're, and I mean magic as in M-A-G-I-C-K, but I don't mean it in the sense that you might think. I don't mean it in the sense of just saying the occult. Because if I were to say the occult, why would I be saying no one can do the occult? That doesn't make any sense, okay? What I mean is magic as in the traditional sense of the word magic, okay? Like causing things to happen metaphysically, or energy work, or Reiki, or meditations, okay? Now, the reason no one can actually do magic is because no one knows you better than you. No one knows your subconscious. You know your subconscious, okay? And I made a 40-minute video today, and it's called Let's Talk About Shadow Work, Shadow Animals and Spirit Animals, Crystallizing the Aura, and I talked about something else. What did I talk about? I forget what I talked about. But yeah, basically, you have the subconscious, the conscious, and the higher self, okay? That's where consciousness is segregated, okay? In 3 parts. And basically, your subconscious is where the secrets of magic come from for you. It's going to be different for everybody. That's just the fact. You're going to have to journey. Not even just inside yourself, but you're just going to have to journey inside yourself if you want to learn magic. Because it's in there. It's in there, okay? It's just not anywhere else but in there. And you're not going to learn magic unless you go deep, deep in there. Not real magic, okay? And, so... I forgot what I was saying. The subconscious is the vault of secrets of magic for you, okay? And well, for everyone. That's where the reality is of magic and of everything else is the subconscious. Okay? And the power comes from the higher self, okay? Or also say, okay? S-A-Y, say. That's a mantra, and it basically is the power surge state of mind, which you can reach, and it's basically when you combine conscious with subconscious to where they're one mind, and then you connect that even more to the higher self, and it creates this power surge that's just like unstoppable energy, and you can do like unthinkable things when you reach that state of energy, okay? Yeah. That's where, like, powerful magic comes from, like, the kind of powerful magic that you're probably thinking of. Now, of course, there's a lot of subtle things, like, they call it, one dude said subtle work. I've never heard that term before, but, it seems like a good term because it would be subtle on the physical dimension, but it wouldn't be subtle at all on every other dimension. Well, not every other dimension, but, you know, like the ethereal dimension. Subtle work's not very subtle. So, yeah, there are things, like, people can be very powerful in the astrals sometimes, or the ethereal plane, like, extremely powerful. And then in the physical plane, they're just some, like, muscle atrophied kid who just plays video games in his room all day, unless he's, like, out in outer space astral projecting, which is, like, hilarious. And I knew this guy once, and I imagine that's kind of what he's like, because he was a total slouch, but also he did black magic, and so he was able, well, he's mostly mind games, but he did black magic. Hopefully he's no longer a slouch. I have a feeling he is. But anyway, so gotta pop my neck. What was I saying? I guess that's really it. I guess I just needed to make a video saying that no one really knows magic. No one can teach you magic except for yourself. And yourself isn't going to seem like yourself. It's going to seem like a whole rabbit hole. And it kind of is, because you're not as small as you think you are. You're very much bigger than that. And you're choosing to have this small experience. And after you realize the bigness, then you can come back down to this small reality, and you can incorporate that bigness when you have to. But the reality is you're a lot bigger than you realize that you are. And so yeah, I just needed to make an affirmation video telling you, any of you who aren't entirely sure, if magic, like a lot of you might think, well, it's all just in your head, if it's all dependent on personal figures or personal ideas, personal concepts, personal shadows, and personal everything, then it's all just in your head. If there's not a universal secret to doing things, then that obviously must just be in your head, right? Well, it's not just in your head, and here's the reason, okay? This physical reality is a amalgamation of the real reality, the real actual reality, and this one will be falling away soon. Maybe not soon, it could be 1,000 years, that could be way off, but it will fall away. And basically, you're left with a reality that's put together by emotions, thoughts, feelings. Symbols are science, okay? Symbols are science, but everyone has their own science. Everyone has their own structure for how these symbols work and what the symbols are and why they are that way. Everyone has their own basement. But now I'm getting into my own head and using terms that maybe don't resonate with a lot of you, but they resonate with me. So anyway, yeah, if any of you were curious, this video didn't have a direction, but goodbye.